What's up, guys? Aaron Productions here, and today we're going to be taking a look inside of the MS2 panel. And sorry for the background noise. So for starting off here, this is how conventional panels work, basically what this is. And first of all, let's go over all of our buttons and stuff. I'll open up the panel, of course. So here is your fire alarm zones, zone 1, zone 2, and if one of the devices was activated, smoke detector, key switch, pulse station, of course, then it would say fire alarm, and you could tell which loop it was on. It's not like I'm saying it's like a addressable panel, but basically what it is it sends power through to the pulse stations, and then when the pulse station is pulled, it acts like a switch, and then it makes the power flow back but to the thing, and then that triggers the alarm. Supervisory, that's when I'm actually not sure what supervisory means, but you guys really shouldn't have a supervisory because that's a form of trouble. And then trouble here, maintenance mode, in case like something has dirt inside of it that needs some maintenance, like a smoke detector doesn't work or something and it's not activated, then that's when that would come on. AC power, NAC disabled, zone disabled, NAC fault, system trouble, power trouble, walk test, and alarm silence. Buttons: acknowledge, alarm silence, reset, walk test, and these buttons are for disabling the zones. So if I went like this and I pulled this, nothing would happen. See, no alarms activate, and then I could just shut that off. Okay, and let's say that this is going off, you would just hit this acknowledge button so that it would stop beeping. Or if the alarm was pulled, they just hit alarm silence to silence the alarm. The strobes keep on going depending if you have it on the right dip switch setting for sync. And then of course you just hit reset, resets the whole system. Walk test, you hold that down for like 5 seconds. And then when you pull the pulse station, it only activates for like a few seconds so that you don't have the alarm constantly blaring. So then you just reset to stop that, test your zones. Then down here, of course, we have our batteries. If I unplug this, now we have a power trouble because it needs batteries to operate properly. Okay. And then down here we have our piezo, which makes the noise. And then here's our transformer. Also, here's my power coming into the panel. Under here is where the 120 volt connection is. Make sure you have the ground on there. I'm not sure this can show a ground fault. I'm not sure if one of these lights indicates it or something. But all these other components, they're just to help out the panel. That's not really needed to talk about. Over here we have resettable power, which is basically constant power pretty much. Non-resettable power means like you can't reset. I don't know, it's kind of confusing, but you guys really don't need to use that. But here's what you do use: NACs. This panel only has one NAC, so it's a 2-wire panel. Now the NACs, they go to your alarms. It stands for Notification Appliance Circuit, and that's where you put your connections. Make sure you got it wired correctly. So basically how this works is you have a resistor. Usually it's on whatever device is last, but this is not like a proper setup. But so I'm going to change up the resistors once I get smoke detectors, and this system is actually useful. But so when the panel is not in alarm, there's voltage flowing the other way. So it's like the positive is going through the negative so that the alarm doesn't activate, but we still have that resistor that tells us, oh, there's no wires cut. And then over here we have our zones, which again need resistors to tell the panel that everything is good. So basically the zones just go to your pull stations and smoke detectors and key switches, and it's basically like a switch, except for the smoke detectors depending on how you wire it up. So then over here we have our two relays, trouble relay and alarm relay. So relays, how this works is you plug it like your positive wire into here, the middle, on either one. So let's say when there's a trouble, the positive comes into here, and let's say if there's a there's normally open and normally closed switch. Depending on how your panel is set up, it may be different, but the normally open means that it's going to be constantly going, and when the alarm turns on, this will be off. Okay, so then let's say normally closed, and then when the trouble comes on, then it will sound whatever you have on the trouble relay. So like it's like positive here, and then this like positive into a switch and positive out. So it's basically like an automatic switch, which turns on whatever you want. And then over here we have our alarm relay. Let's say you had like door holders, and then you would put that the common in there. And then this one's set up a little different. This one's normally closed. This one's normally open. This one's common, normally closed, and this one's normally open. So it's a little different on this one. But so normally closed would mean that there's not power going through here all the time. And then normally open would mean there's power going through here all the time. So you would have this in here, and then if you had a door closer, you would put it in here. And then then it would make sure your doors are held open, and when the alarm comes on, it closes it, and then your door closer shut because of the electric magnet. And then if you're using normally closed, like for a little light or something, then we would just wire it up like a light switch, pretty much, depending on how much power your panel can take. So that was the basic introduction to how to identify what's on your panel, basically. And it kind of shows how to wire it. I may make a separate video another time, and I apologize for the thumbnails not working. Something's happening, like the thumbnail would go and come back and go. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.